All right, everybody, welcome back to Doing Things with Carter. On today's episode, we are going to just go over how I like to chop up a top sirloin. There's a couple ways that people generally do it. Some people will just slice them up into big giant steaks, which is fine and dandy, but I like to do the alternative method. So you start with your top sirloin here. You'll have a big fat cap. You kind of peel that cap away, and then we're going to slice it away and get as much of that out of the way as we can without cutting too much of the actual meat away. Right there. All right. And then we're going to, slid away from me a little bit there. We're going to turn it over to the side here, and we're going to find the little seam. So right here, uh, where there's a seam, you can kind of feel it. It's kind of hard to see right here, honestly, but you can see it right here as it goes up. We're going to go ahead and cut right along that. We're going to get what's called the picanha muscle out of it. I believe I'm doing it the right side. I have not done this too many times, so I am kind of a novice, but I like to do this because I'm a big meat eater, and you end up saving a ton of money when you end up slicing it up this way. Which way is it? Yeah, I think it's right here. We're just going to go ahead and slice in there right along the groove. And then you'll see you're left with kind of like a roast style right here. And then this piece over here, which this one is a nice big one. This is what they call the picanha. Very popular cut in like Brazilian steakhouses and stuff. I personally just like to slice up some big long steaks, kind of thick, because these things cook uh, kind of unique, honestly, from other meat. As far as uh, you don't have to cook it too much, and the juicy flavor is just crazy on these. So as you can see, get some nice long pieces out of it. Let's see. Go ahead, slice this up, make this other one a little bit thicker. This is really good cuts of meat if you want to use it on like a steak sandwich. Um, it's like the cut of meat that just kind of melts like butter in your mouth once you cook it right. And that's usually I usually get 2 or 3. This one had a pretty big piece, so as you can see, I got 3 big picanha pieces. I usually like to cook those first. I typically try not to freeze them because those are the best ones. Now, once the picanha is all cut, we'll bring our attention over to this side. Try to trim some of this fat off the top here. It's got a little bit of fat in the silver skin. You can leave the fat if you want, but that silver skin on the top kind of ruins the flavor. I personally am not a big fat guy. I know some people like their marbling, and me, not so much. Let's see. Okay. I think I left a little bit of that other side on this one, actually, because you can see 2 sides where the grains of meat go different directions there. I got some big old fat right there. So yeah, this was what I was actually looking for earlier right here. And you can see where it kind of just pulls right apart. As you can see, we cut really close to it, so it wasn't too big of a deal. But generally, that's makes it a little bit easier to find it, to find and cut the seam that you got there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get all this off. A little bit more right there. Ooh, taking some of the meat now. Don't want to do that. Give me all that meat. All that schmeat. All right, so now I got it all trimmed off to our liking. Now we can go ahead and I like to cut it up in I'll take it. Like I said, you can see where we ripped off the other side of it earlier. Where did I lose it? It was right here. Yeah, a little side. So typically like to go with the grain of the meat. This right here, actually, you know what? We're gonna start on this side this time. Go ahead, get us some nice thicker cut, almost fillet style. And then I usually get anywhere from, I don't know, 6 to 9 of these. And this whole slice I go to Sprouts and I get prime. So I get the best cut of meat that you can get. You can get the select or the choice if you'd like. You can save some money that way, but I like the taste on the prime is just unbeatable. And this whole one, I believe it was about 7 pounds, and it was $130. A little bit pricey up front, but and you definitely do save money in the long run if you eat this kind of stuff because they charge you for cutting it. So, as you can see, got one, two, what is it, three, four, five cuts here. Oh, six. There's another one over there. Got two little end cap pieces right there. I usually chop those up, maybe put them in some sort of like a stew or something like that. And then I got what, 5 good steaks here. They're all probably anywhere from, I don't know, 6 to 11-ish ounces. And then these 3 big picanha cuts. Like I said, I generally try not to freeze these ones. I'll probably going to eat one of them tonight, one of them tomorrow, and then probably one on Sunday too. But yeah, so you're trying to save a little bit of money if you're, trying to, if you're a big meat eater like myself and you're trying to get some flavor in your life, you can save a little bit of money by doing this. Like I said, I get kind of a more expensive cut of meat. You get the prime. Right now the price went up. I believe it was like $20 a pound when I went there. So not cheap up front, but definitely worth it in the long run if you're trying to save some money and eat right. So thanks for stopping by, guys. I hope to see you on the next one and subscribe for more.